All right, listen, your boy made a mistake, okay? Last month, there was a PlayStation State of Play, and I kind of hyped up that maybe we were going to get a Spider-Man 2 DLC announcement. I was wrong, all right? I messed up. Listen, I did try to temper your expectations a little bit. I was trying to tell people not to get their hopes up too high because there is a chance that it couldn't happen. It's just that some of the stars were aligning and things were starting to make sense for that PlayStation State of Play to feature something from Marvel Spider-Man 2 if there is DLC coming for the game. And, I've said many times before as well, I mean, for the game to have sold as much as it has, it's sold 11 million copies. For it to have a 90 on Metacritic, tons of people out there love this game. It's won and has been nominated for several awards. PlayStation would be crazy to not be knocking on Insomniac's door saying, please, can you make DLC for this game? Can you add more content to this game? I mean, it's the reason that we are still getting free suit updates. I mean, when we got that new Game Plus update, we got suit styles for some of the Symbiote costumes, and the Hellfire Gala costumes were added in there too. Just recently, we had a brand new update added into the game. We got those celebrity suits, and then we also got some returning suits from Spider-Man PS4 and Spider-Man Miles Morales. We also just had you guys scrolling down and hitting the thumbs up button on this video. So many amazing things happening in such a short amount of time. But I doubt that all we're going to be getting for Spider-Man 2 is just a couple of free suits here and there. I firmly believe that we're going to be getting extra content added to this game, something that is more substantial than just suits. And I feel like today I've cracked the code. Okay, we're going to go over some evidence of how a PlayStation Showcase might be coming sooner rather than later. And then I'm also going to be going over how I still do think that Spider-Man 2 DLC is coming this year and how exactly I feel Insomniac is going to announce it and when it's going to come out. So first things first, PlayStation State of Play towards the end of May. It's all we got. We didn't get a showcase. People said that there was going to be a PlayStation something in May. They were right about that. I mean, Jeff Grubb was right. It just wasn't a showcase. It was instead a State of Play. The State of Play wasn't packed with too many massive reveals. I mean, the biggest reveal I think we can all argue was the new Astro Bot game. I actually got to play that game at Summer Game Fest. So much fun. I cannot wait for that game. And then, well, shortly after that State of Play, we get Summer Game Fest, okay? Are there going to be any big PlayStation announcements at Summer Game Fest? Some people are getting hyped. Maybe there's going to be the Spider-Man 2 DLC here. I mean, last year we had the big Spider-Man 2 announcement during Summer Game Fest where they showed that promotional art. That's when they also announced, the pre-order bonuses that we were going to get for the game, and as well just the official release date for Marvel Spider-Man 2. So people thought, okay, Jeff Keighley's got a good relationship with Insomniac, with PlayStation. Maybe this is the time. Spider-Man 2 DLC. That didn't end up happening either. And then you know what else happens that same week? Xbox comes out with their own showcase and it knocks people's socks off. Man, I was there live in attendance. People were losing their minds. I mean, Doom the Dark Ages. That game South by Midnight looks fantastic as well. Gears of War E-Day. Gears is back. When Mad World started playing, I got teary-eyed. And then, a little bit after that, Nintendo's like, oh, but the E3 season's not over. We got our own Nintendo Direct. And what do? They also blow people's minds. We get to see Metroid 4 once again. After it gone through development hell, it's back and it looks better than ever. And then, oh my God, Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is back as well. Are you kidding me? That Marvel vs. Capcom, that whole collection that's coming to Switch and PS4. I'm so hyped. What that ended up doing though is it kind of left PlayStation in the rear view when it came to the E3 season. And just recently, it was announced that Sony is also once again going to be skipping out on Gamescom 2024. Insider Gaming says that Sony has confirmed that it will skip Gamescom 2024. It marks the 5th year in a row that Sony won't attend the annual event in Germany. They continue on to say from a direct quote that was provided to a German outlet that Sony Interactive currently has no plans to exhibit at Gamescom 2024. Now, as it says in that article, I mean, that's kind of been a trend. Sony hasn't been attending Gamescom for the last 5 years, so this isn't really anything too different from that. But it's just another event where they could have had some cool PlayStation reveals that they're just going to entirely skip out on. That really leaves the fall as kind of the only slot where PlayStation might have a showcase. That's when they did their showcase in 2021, and that is, a lot of people argue, the best PlayStation showcase we've ever got. I think specifically for this channel, if we're just talking selfishly here, it was. We got the reveal of Marvel's Wolverine and Spider-Man 2 in the same showcase. Granted though, PlayStation has before skipped an entire year on having a showcase. 2022, there was no PlayStation showcase at all. That very well could be the case this year, but I feel like with a summer that was as jam-packed as it was, there's no way PlayStation isn't sitting there planning their own showcase that's gonna end up being the big winner. The one where they're like, no, we're pulling out all stops here. We're winning this E3 season, and we're extending that E3 season all the way into the fall. They had their light little PlayStation State of Play where they had a couple of reveals that some people got excited for, but the heavy hitters, a Ghost of Tsushima 2 reveal if we were to get one, Spider-Man 2 DLC, maybe a Venom game, that could all be saved for a big showcase. And that showcase could take place during the fall. As a matter of fact, Tom Henderson, who some people might know from this channel, we've used some of his reporting in the past, is a relatively reliable insider. And Tom Henderson owns the website Insider Gaming. And unfortunately, before that State of Play in May, the list of the games that were going to be showcased during that State of Play had leaked. And Tom Henderson did some reporting on that, but towards the end of the article, he said something that I feel a lot of people have brushed over. He said here, the leak suggests that the Horizon X Lego game, which would arguably be the event's biggest announcement and therefore likely to be leaked, will not be shown. Presumably, such an announcement will be saved for Summer Game Fest in June, as indeed it was, or the PlayStation Showcase towards the end of the year. And Tom Henderson isn't reporting this here saying, as it was said by somebody else. You know, he isn't linking to another article where someone else said that there's potentially a PlayStation Showcase towards the end of the year. Tom Henderson's reporting this himself. And again, Tom is a relatively reliable insider source when it comes to these things. So when he says that there's maybe going to be this Lego Horizon game revealed during Summer Game Fest, which did indeed happen, but then he also adds on that it could either be that or a PlayStation Showcase towards the end of the year, that means that there's most likely going to be a PlayStation Showcase towards the end of the year. And, you know, given everything that I just mentioned, you know, Xbox having the big showcase, the Nintendo Direct, all these other heavy hitters in the industry having so many exciting announcements, Sony's got to be cooking up something. But now we go back to the Spider-Man 2 DLC. First, though, you got to subscribe and turn on those notifications before we talk about my theories. Because you see, I feel like, honestly, I've cracked the code. I'm putting on my tinfoil hat. Let's say there's a PlayStation Showcase in the fall. Here's what's going to happen. I'm telling you, this is what's going to happen. We're going to get that Spider-Man 2 DLC reveal trailer, and we're going to get it shown to us. It's going to be awesome. We're all going to be really excited. And what they're probably going to do is they're either going to shadow drop it right then and there, or it's going to be out like a week later after that trailer is shown. And the reason why I say that is because I feel like Insomniac is just going to follow suit with what Sony Santa Monica did with God of War Ragnarok. You might not remember, but way back when, December 2023, I attended the Game Awards. You know, they had a lot of awesome reveals. Among them was the reveal trailer for God of War Ragnarok Valhalla. Such an incredible DLC, might I add. I freaking loved it. It made one of my favorite games of all time even better. But the best part about it was they had that reveal trailer and they said, oh yeah, by the way, the DLC's out in a week. Go get ready and have fun. And I honestly think that considering we didn't get a Spider-Man 2 DLC reveal during Summer Game Fest, during that State of Play, now that we know Sony is going to be skipping out on Gamescom, they probably are going to be having a showcase towards the end of the year, probably around the fall time. And that might be the place that Spider-Man 2's DLC gets revealed. They might follow suit again with what they did with God of War Ragnarok and just have that DLC be out the following week. I don't know, either I just figured out and solved the Da Vinci Code, or this is like radioactive levels of copium that I'm on. It could very well be the latter. But with that being said, let me now kick it to you guys, okay? Sound off with your thoughts in the comments section below. Do you think that Spider-Man 2 DLC is on the way this year based on all the evidence that I just provided to you? Or do you think, again, this is just some serious copium? Sound off with your thoughts in the comments. I've been Caboose. I'll see you guys later.